Do you struggle asking for what you need in your relationship? If you do, you're not alone. It's super common. And this is why it is so important to learn how to do so. I have a client that I'm working with who is going to college, dating a guy pretty seriously. There have been some interactions lately that really underscore some really important components of a healthy relationship that I wanted to share with you. He is working on his kind of final project. And so he's had to put a lot of time in that, which has limited the amount of time that they normally get to spend together. And so she has been feeling a little bit distant, a little bit disconnected. And so the other day, she asked him if he would come by and just say goodnight when he finished up meeting with his group. And at first he was a little resistant because he thought it'd be too late and worried about doing that. And she very healthfully asked him to please come and expressed, that she had been feeling disconnected and how much it would mean to her if he would come by and just give her a kiss goodnight and say goodnight, which he did. And so this highlights, this little simple vignette highlights some really important things. One is how important it is to ask for what you want. So often we end up not getting what we want from our partner because we're unwilling to ask. And we tend to be unwilling to ask for a couple of different reasons. One is sometimes we're afraid that what if I clearly ask you to do something that I would like you to do and you don't do it? Then what does that mean? Does that mean that you don't love me? Does that mean that I'm not important to you? And so sometimes we're afraid to test how important we are or how much the other person is willing to do or to sacrifice for us. The other reason why we sometimes hesitate to ask for things that we want is because we kind of romanticize the idea of mind reading. And we tend to think that, man, if he really loved me, he would know that I would really like him to come by and say goodnight to me. Or if he was really in tune with what was going on inside of me, he would obviously know that I would really like an ice cream cone right now. So we sometimes end up not getting what we want from somebody or from our partner just because we're unwilling to ask, which leads us into the next really important point that this story highlights. What does it mean to actually love somebody? We don't have an accurate representation or understanding of what it actually means to love somebody. In this context, loving somebody isn't automatically knowing. Loving somebody isn't knowing that you want to stop and get you want an ice cream cone right now, or knowing that you would prefer Chinese food, or knowing that you could really use flowers today, or that when you said that your back was hurting, what you were really asking for was a back rub. That's not love. It is actually a much better indicator that somebody loves you when they're willing to choose to love you. Let me say that again, super important. It is a much better indicator that somebody loves you when they are willing to choose to love you. So if I know that you want me to buy you flowers and I'm willing to buy you flowers, that should send a very clear message that I love you, that I'm willing to do once I know something is important to you, I'm willing to do it. If I know that you're feeling kind of overwhelmed and it would really be helpful if I ran to the store and I'm willing to run to the store, that should tell you that I love you. If I ask you, if I say, you know what, I've really got some things on my mind and I could use to just have a sounding board and process some stuff with you, and you're willing to turn off the TV or to put down your phone and to take 15 or 30 minutes to sit and be my sounding board, that should be a very good indicator to me that you love me because you're willing to prioritize. And we call that altruistic love. And there are three different kinds of love. Altruistic love is one of those kinds, and it's a really important indicator. The third thing that this little example demonstrates is just how important little things are. And for those of you that are married or that are in a long-term relationship or have been in your current relationship for a long time, there's a really important lesson that you can take from this. His willingness to stop by went miles, covered miles of ground to communicate to her that she mattered to him. Literally probably took him 15 extra minutes out of his day to do that. And so often we do these things when we're dating. We put on our best outfits and we use our best manners and we go out of our way to court and date and show up well. And then as we get married or as we get into a relationship, a lot of times we get lazy about those things. things. And we stop doing those little tiny things that don't take a lot of effort, but that really consistently send a message that you're on my mind and that you matter to me. And those things are super important. And there are a couple of really simple things that you can do to maintain that tether and that connection throughout your relationship. Things that should happen all the time. And those things are 3 deposits and 1 filler every day. And a deposit is something that I do to send the message to you that you're on my mind. It's a deposit that I'm making into the relationship. And so again, it can be a text, hey, I love you, hope you're having a good day. It can be a note under your pillow. It can be doing the dishes. It can be bringing you a Coke. But they're just little things that let you know, again, don't take very much time at all, but let you know you're on my mind, or I'm on your mind, and I'm willing to prioritize you. And then a filler, a relationship filler, is a positive shared experience. And so if we both like going to the movie and we go to the movie, that's a relationship filler. If we both like playing games and we play a game, we both like going for a walk, watching reels, or anything that we both enjoy doing, a positive shared experience is a relationship filler. And if you consistently do 3 deposits and 1 relationship filler every single day, it will maintain that tether and communicate very clearly to the other person that they matter to you, that you're a priority to them, or that they're a priority to you, and that they're on your mind. I want to highlight one other thing from this young couple. It's the start of the semester, and she's been feeling kind of overwhelmed by all of the new classes and work schedule and dating and all of the different things, and feeling kind of having a hard time getting her brain wrapped around how to structure everything to get all of her priorities in. And he the other day said, hey, can I help you? And said, I've got some ideas, and I would love to help you kind of figure out a schedule or a plan, if that would be helpful. And she kindly and smartly took his help, took his advice, and found it really helpful. And what this highlights, what I want to highlight from this is our brains, and it also ties into the other stuff that we were talking about, our brains are constantly looking for evidence that we matter or that we don't matter to the other person. We're looking for signs and evidence that we're valued by them, that we're worth it to them. Him offering the solution, very much to her benefit, she interpreted that as he's aware of what's going on, he wants to help me, I'm important to him. And so she registered that simple comment and the subsequent effort that he put in as evidence of him mattering. Now, in this case, it was also kind of serendipitous that it also lined up really well with her love language of both words of affirmation and quality time. But she chose to notice and to punctuate that simple effort as evidence that she mattered to him. And there's a very different dynamic that occurs in a relationship if you're looking for evidence that you don't matter than if you're looking for evidence that you do matter. And if you're in the habit of looking, and this ties into attachment style, but if your brain is in the habit or the pattern of looking for data and evidence that you're not important to your partner, you're going to take things that don't even mean that, and you're going to massage them and distort them into evidence of you not mattering to that person. And so one of the most important and powerful things that you can do every single day, look for and write down 3 things, 3 data points that are confirmation that you're important to your partner. And as you go about looking for those things and then writing them down, recording them, open a note on your phone, what were the 3 things today that were evidence that I matter to him or that I matter to her? Your brain will begin to get in the habit of looking for that data.